My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is April 18, 2025. It is 2:22 a.m. So I was reading some comments. Some of you putting some well wishes and about my health and stuff like that. Yeah, I have a horrible cold. I don't get sick easily, but when I do, it hit me really hard. So now I'm dealing with like runny nose, and occasionally I'm coughing, but we are getting better. My husband is still acting like a baby, but the kids so much better. I think my youngest is the one who brought it in the house. He got sick last Friday, and over the weekend he was pretty bad, and then come Monday he was pretty good. I told him not to go to after school program on Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, he's perfectly normal. But my husband and I are still having residual. But my husband is even worse than me. When is that? When we're going away? Normally, I will leave this stuff after we come back, but since I don't schedule my videos anymore, oh well. We're gonna go away. I think we need the fresh air. We're gonna be in the country. We need the fresh air. But other than that, we would have been home. And the kids need just to be out there, get away and enjoy themselves. My youngest is already looking forward for fishing. That's all he cares about. My oldest, I think he had a meet on Saturday, this coming Saturday. I don't know why they said it when they know, the vacations just started. But he's not going to go to that. The following Saturday, when we're leaving, he has another meet. That one, he's going to go. We're going to leave early and then take him, and we just hang out there. Before we go, on Saturday, tomorrow, later today, I'm going to go to the gym because I'm on a roll. I'm seeing results, and I just hope I don't mess up my eating over the holiday while I'm out. But my nutrition is on point, my results on point, everything is on point. The problem is that I was having is that I stay away from the gym for a while, and to get back into the routine was kind of hard. So at the beginning, all I wanted to do is just go to the gym, just do anything, get to the habit of going. So now that I got that under control, I'm going almost every day, and I'm already seeing results. And I'm not really focusing on any I guess I do, but not the way that I used to do it before, where I have a plan. Well, I did have a plan. The plan, each one is increment. The main one was to get into the gym, which I've done, and get to the habit of going every day. Just do anything. That was the goal, and I'm there already. So mentally, even though I'm not writing anything down, but now when I go to the gym, either one day I do upper body and then lower body the following day, and then the following day upper body, either chest or back or whatever. So I'm doing this somewhat consciously, but not unconsciously. Before, I used to write my exercises and things like that. But now what I do is that what I just said. But before I go to the gym, one of the things mentally again, depending on what's available and how the gym is, because I don't go on a like specific time where I will know how the environment of the gym is. Usually people who goes to the gym tends to be there at the exact same time. Me, I don't have that. Depend on whenever I finish my work, or I want to make sure something is out before I left or something like that. Sometimes I go at 8 o'clock, sometimes at 2 p.m. So it's a bit different. But when you go at a specific time, you tend to know who's at the gym and the environment of the gym, and you have an idea what machine will be available. So when I do go to the gym exactly the same time every day, I will have an idea what I will do. Okay, if I go, let's say on Monday, I know people's gonna do chest. Okay, most guys at the gym will do chest on Monday. Then I will say, you know what, the leg machines will be available on Monday, depend on the time again. So I will do leg on Monday because all of the upper body machines will not be available for me to do the things that I want to do. So I will mentally have an idea which machine I'll be using for leg on Mondays, because most guys will be doing chest exercise, which is an upper body, and all the upper body machines will not be available. So I will use, instead of doing upper body, I will do lower body, which is legs. So now, since my times are a little bit sporadic, not really consistent, but I do go every day, but the time is a bit fluctuated, different time. So I will say, okay, depend on the machine that's available, either I'll do chest. I already mentally, I know I'm going to do this machine, that machine, this. If one is not available, I could do the other one and then go back, vice versa. So mentally, I already know what I'm going to do and which machine I will be using. So that way I don't waste time. The thing is wasting time at the gym. A lot of time I see people just walking around. Majority of their time is walking around. So mentally, I have what I'm going to do, and depend on what machine is available, then I'll be doing, instead of standing around and wait for the machine. Unless if at the end of my workout, there's one machine that I need to do, and that's the one that is, is being occupied, then maybe I'll wait for it. But meanwhile, if I'm there at the beginning and I just started, other machines are available, then I'll change. All right, so this is where I'm at right now. And I think once I come back from vacation, it's gonna take me a little bit. I will not say square one, but I'll have to push myself to keep going. But mentally, one of the things I'm gonna do is to make sure to watch what I eat while I'm away. And we're probably gonna do a lot of hiking and stuff like that. And I've been doing a lot of rowing. And today, even as I'm sitting right now, I'm wondering why my leg is a little bit sore. And I remember every time I go to the gym now, I do the rowing as my warm-up, because it pretty much works your entire body. So I usually do like 10-minute warm-up. And yeah, in other words, I'm seeing results. I hope everybody find a way of being physical. All right, I'm done with that. So let's go on Twitter. I might do 3 videos. There's a byline article I would like to read. I skipped a couple days ago, so that's this here. And then there's something that I saw about Telegraph. I didn't see the original article, but all I'm seeing was a correction that was made by the Telegraph. I don't know what lie they said in the original article, but they're talking about some correction about Sentebale. So that I'm gonna cover right now in this video. And depending on the time, I might do either on this video, I'll cover the byline, or I'll do a separate video for that. And there's some stuff regarding time 100. I already did a video. It's public already. There's some discussion regarding that. And it seems like Harry is gonna make an appearance as well. And there's some discussion regarding Prince Harry and Morgan Freeman. Yeah, the actor. So that will be on PYTE. All right. So let's get started. I sort of shared the background already while I was talking, but let's go on Twitter. This is one of the things that's on the list. Alright, so let's make it quick. Not toxic Telegraph backtracking after being exposed as liars by US media. Okay, so let's see here. This is the correction. We're gonna see this and a couple other tweets. So I'm gonna read it once, and there's one I put on the list that has some sort of a correction. One of the squad who did a red marking. Okay, correction. This article previously reported that Chief Kowab. Okay, I know I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Chief Kowabani Teko is the brother of Prince Seeiso of Lesotho. This was incorrect. Chief Teko is the chief whip of Lesotho's Senate and a senior and influential member of the College of Chiefs and the royal family. We are happy to correct the record. Alright, so it seems like it's the US Weekly that called them out. Man falsely claims to be Sentebale founder's brother, has no connection to Prince Harry's charity. So that was yesterday, dated yesterday. I don't see the Telegraph original article that made that false claim. Let's read some of the comment. Now, how do you claim to have gone all the way to Lesotho, Africa, to interview someone and don't know who you are interviewing? Either you knew or you lying, and then expect pushback. I say all above. Okay, so there's 2 comments in there. Okay, she's lying, mind you. She said a limo at Sentebale compound. There's not one limo in the world, and Lesotho lies upon lies. Okay, again, I didn't see the article for me to sort of say on that. All I'm seeing, the discussion that's happening, is the correction. We know that was a damn lie. They want to smear Prince Harry, so they made it look like that man is Seeiso's brother. The man has nothing to do with Sentebale. Prince Seeiso only, from my understanding, I could be wrong, he only has one brother, and that's the king. He is the king. Happy to send an update. How about you should have checked your fact before reporting it in the first place? I mean, there's the tweet I responded to. They don't care about the lies. Okay, they don't care about the truth. Or they want to create as many confusion as possible. The fact that they still pretend this person has any knowledge of Sentebale and listing his position to make him feel important. Okay, look at that foolishness. Caught in a lie again. Why do this toxic? He's instead blaming Prince Seeiso and Prince Harry. There's some stuff I saw. I think I didn't put any of that on the list. The CEO of what's that charity he has, the Earth something, he upgrade what's this guy, the one he gave that oh my god, I forgot his name, what is it, Jason Kenoff. Okay, I didn't put that on the list, but I'm seeing some tweets about him being the CEO of Earthshot. So they already have a plan, I guess. Whatever they did to Sentebale, I don't know. These people, they have no shame. Okay, next tweet. Prince Harry targeted by media mistake as Sentebale drama unfold with fake news. Alright, so this is an article here. I'll leave the link. I may not finish read it all, but I'll leave the link so you guys could read it. Sentebale scandal deepens as British press spread falsehood about Prince Harry's role. Okay, Prince Harry's departure from Sentebale sparked headlines around the world, but none stir more confusion than a now debunked claim made by a Lesotho royal figure who falsely presented himself as the brother of Prince Seeiso, Harry's longtime co-founder. The bizarre twist, originally published by the Telegraph and later corrected, has raised serious questions about media credibility and the true forces behind the swirling controversy. Misidentification fueled media frenzy. Principal Chief Kobane Theko, a high-ranking member of Lesotho's College of Chiefs, appeared in a Telegraph article criticizing Prince Harry's reduced presence at the charity he co-founded in 2006. Theko suggests that Harry's marriage and move to the United States. What the hell that has to do with anything? With Sentebale. Harry's marriage has nothing to do with Sentebale. Teko suggested that Harry's marriage and move to the United States had killed the spirit of Sentebale and claimed Meghan had never visited Lesotho. Meghan has nothing to do with Sentebale. What she did to help Sentebale was bringing donors to donate money to help Sentebale. Oh my God, the article introduced him as Prince Seiso's brother, a claim that carried weight and emotional charge. Okay, however, the identity claim quickly unraveled. US Weekly confirmed that Teko holds no familial ties to Seiso and has no role at Sentebale. This is the thing that they do. They make up anything. Alright? So, if they had done their research, knowing that Prince Seiso only has one brother who is the king, they will know not to make up this BS. This was a make up things. So when US Weekly corrected them, or called them out, I should say, so they quickly make the correction, they probably didn't go anywhere. They sat in their house and make up and type their BS without any research. US Weekly confirmed that Teko holds no familial ties to Seiso and has no role at Sentebale. He is not a trustee, advisor, or official spokesperson. The Telegraph eventually corrected its report, stating that Teko is not Seiso's brother and has no connection to the charity's operation. Despite this, his remark had already fueled a narrative suggesting Prince Harry had abandoned the charity that helped define his early philanthropic career, implicating Meghan as the reason for his supposed withdrawal. If people were to take this as face value, knowing that, okay, they even say Meghan didn't even go to Sentebale or Lesotho, whichever country they said. Meghan has no role there, with the exception of being Harry's wife. But Meghan helped Harry in the capacity that she could by bringing donors to donate to the charity, which was Serena and that woman, her name is Shoduka, what's her name? I forgot her name. Making implication of Serena. Oh my God. So they have a narrative going and they're sticking by it, even though they didn't do their research. And meanwhile, guess who's really affected by Sentebale is not being in operation? I don't know the status of it right now, with the exception of it being investigated. The kids, the people that Sentebale was created to help, the people are affecting. The truth behind the headlines. Prince Harry's role in Sentebale shifted gradually over the years, influenced by royal duties, fatherhood, and global pandemic. After moving to the United States in 2020, his ability to travel to Southern Africa became more limited, yet his most recent visit in 2020... What the hell? What the... This is so freaking stupid. They employ people, there's trustees, and there's Prince Seiso who's over there that could manage all of this. I mean, they're talking as if there's no internet for people to communicate, and Harry continuously every year during the charity, the polo match and all of that, raising money. So what Harry's marriage has to do with Sentebale? He's juggling all of this. Oh my God. I may not even finish read that. It's almost done anyway. It's not that much. In 2020, his ability to travel to Southern Africa became more limited, yet his most recent visit in 2024, where he appeared alongside King Letsie III and Queen Masenet, signaled enduring ties and local support. Images of Harry advocating for HIV prevention and youth empowerment contradict Teko's portrayal of detachment. The person who originally wrote that article didn't do its research. If you go back to some of my videos, probably on PYTE, when like around the September, November, Harry was in New York and he was with the Queen, I think, is it Lesotho? was somewhere in New York advocating and all of that. And then a couple weeks later, Harry was in Africa and he brought in some potential sponsors, I guess. All right. I don't even know what to say. I think what's happening here, it's not just who we think who's behind this. I think there's a concerted effort by those people who's trying to take control of the world, who's behind this narrative, because what they want, the work that Harry's doing, is actually working. Meanwhile, these other people want the originals, how do they call them? The native of the land to be gone. The same thing that they've done around the world. All right, remove all the natives so they could take control of the land. So one of the continents that they want to take control of, they've been doing at it from the beginning of time, colonialism. They can't get full control of it. So now with the AIDS, remember there was this South African missionary or some apartheid guy was deliberately spreading AIDS. So now there's Harry who's control or giving the people a better life and be productive, be part of society, and they living longer. They do not want that. So now all this propaganda that's behind Harry, I don't think it's just who we think who's behind it. We have an idea, but it's not a fact. It's not just them. Okay? So one of the things, whoever wrote that Telegraph article, which I haven't read, and who's now making the correction, did not do its research. And they just claimed the typical way of doing their article, claiming sources this, sources that. They were going the same way with that, but not knowing Prince Seeiso only has one brother. Alright, so I went on Google and I typed, how many brothers does Prince Seeiso have? Prince Seeiso of Lesotho has one brother, and that's King Letsi III. They are both sons of King Moshoeshoe II and Queen Mamohato Bergen Seeiso. Okay? So they didn't know about that. A simple research. You just go on Google. Oh my God. Alright, so this where was I? I was reading this. Oops. Alright, so let's finish this article. More tellingly, Prince Seeiso never echoed Teko's criticism. In fact, he remained publicly supportive of Harry, even during period of reduced activity. The two stepped down together from Sentebale's board in March 2025 amid border governance issues and internal conflict. And there's the woman, Sophie Shanduka. Their joint exit, coupled with a wave of trustee resignation, triggered a charity commission investigation that both sides welcome. There was something that I saw. The person who's Shanduka appointed stepped down, and now I see the face with the name. Let me pause for a second and go look for it to share it with you. Her. All right, so there it is. Dr. Margaret Ikpoh resigns from Sentebale after just 6 days on the board. Yeah, after she realized all the mess that's going on. And I think I saw her picture somewhere, but I didn't put the names with the face. Okay, I've seen her and many other things, but I never connect the names with the face. But once I saw she was the one who was appointed, I was very curious, because there's something, sometimes words, just by looking at someone, there's something you could tell about it, but you cannot really confirm. For some reason, there's something about her that I felt I have a little bit of respect for her, but it could never be confirmed. But now that I see the face with the name and knowing what the way she got into the position, Okay, and her stepping down, that sort of somewhat confirmed my suspicion of her integrity. And I think this is one of the reasons she stepped down. She doesn't want to be part of that mess. All right. Okay. So this is the thing I was mentioning earlier about around September, where Harry was in New York with the Queen and made that speech. This is it here. Since it's there, let me just share it with you. Let's pause it again. Duke of Sussex arrives at a UN Lesotho event at UNGA 79 to join Queen Masenate Mahato Seeiso and the First Lady of Botswana and Lesotho in partnership with government of Lesotho. Alright, so let's listen to this. There'll be screenshot in between. Okay, so there's Harry walking. Okay, they have great respect for Harry, and they didn't show the speech, but I have it on PYTE or RPU Team Sussex, no, or our Port of Pew service. All right, so they trust Harry. They know where Harry's heart is. All right, so there they are here. They stand up for him out of respect. Okay, there they are here. The statesman with the Lesotho delegation at UNGA. Right, OMG, how wonderful, my God. Our Prince Harry up there in a massive collective and influential and important people. He is adored and respected. His intellect, despite his titles, this is something the leftovers will never understand. And this is the thing they did not want for him. Once he left, they wanted people to just ignore him. And if anybody wanted to meet with him, they will, I'm just saying, the mentality, in my humble opinion, of the royal family. If they wanted to meet with him or Harry wanted to do some stuff, they will have to go through the royal family first for them to say if it's okay. And then, you know, these people, they don't just give you okay or give you what you want out of the good of their heart. They have to have something in return. It's like a give and take. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But there's Harry making himself available freely, okay, as long it aligns with his values. So this is one of the things that's pissing them off, the leftovers, because Harry is being respected and he's standing next to high-profile people of power. So that pisses them off. Okay, I love that. He shows difference with a bow. Liz raised him right. Okay, so that's that. Let's go back to the article. All right. More tellingly, Prince Seeiso never... Okay, I read this. Shanduka. Okay, so I was there. That border context was largely... Okay, get this off the screen. That border context was largely missing from earlier reporting. Instead, the focus turned to Harry's perceived absence and Teko's misleading commentary. Now, as the charity faces regulatory review and re-examination of its leadership, the damage from false reporting lingers. The media misrepresented a false source as a family insider, spreading misinformation that unfairly questioned Prince Harry's commitment and distort public perception. The timing and tone suggests this may not have been a simple error, but part of a broader effort to undermine both Harry and Meghan, especially in areas where their philanthropic work threatened to eclipse the monarchy's own. Yeah, that's pretty much that. Like I was just saying, it's bigger than what we are seeing. The thing that they want to perceive that they are, because this is why the royal family is getting millions of pounds to say they're there for charities. But there's Harry doing it for free. Okay, so they want to undermine their work. But what's really will not help the royal family or whoever, the force that's behind to undermine Harry and Meghan, is that the people they are helping understand and feel, okay? Not only understand, but they could feel Harry and Meghan's sincerity of the work that they're doing. Because there is a passion behind it, and we could see result.
This is Felix for World Central Kitchen reporting from Soufrière Primary School in the Caribbean island of Dominica. The school you can see behind me was devastated by Hurricane Maria back in 2017, and in fact it took a whole 2 years before pupils were allowed back on site. I'm now here with my colleague Jason to announce the completion of the first of our community relief kitchens. The kitchen will be used primarily to feed the needs of the 67 pupils here at the school, but we'll also be offering culinary training to the wider community when the school's not in session. We've been able to design the kitchen in such a way that it's resilient to future disasters and will be activated as a service kitchen to meet those needs if it arises. We really like to extend our thanks firstly to ResDM, the local partner on the ground here, and also to Meghan and Harry's Archwell Foundation, whose support have helped the project become possible.
Okay, so let me read some of the comment here and then go to the next one. They're all ridiculous. I love when their tweets don't age well. Okay, in 9 years, Harry married, had 2 kids, 3 pets, moved 5 times across 3 countries, changed careers, started a charity, faced lawsuit, lost grandparents, dealt with family drama, mental health struggles, his wife's suicidal thought, bullying, and security issues. People, wow, he's changed. That's a pretty much sums it up. The inclusion of Meghan Markle in the coverage of Sentebale's internal issues exemplifies how media outlets may exploit her public profile to enhance their narratives, even when their involvement is minimal. That's what I'm saying. Meghan has nothing to do with Sentebale, with the exception of bringing people to donate, to help, to fund Sentebale. So anything that they say Meghan is doing with Sentebale will just hit a brick wall, because the fundamental thing that every charity needs is money. And this is exactly what Meghan was doing, bringing people who have money to donate to it. All right, this approach not only misrepresents the situation, but also perpetrates undue scrutiny of Meghan, diverting attention from the core issue at hand. Yeah. All right, the chief, who was not aware of Prince Harry, had visited Lesotho twice since his marriage, said, quote, he's a love figure because of his openness. All right, so this is something else. I don't want to get to it. All right, so there's that again when Harry was in New York. All right, so they're showing these again. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. That woman that's next to Meghan, baggage for God. All right, so I added Margaret on. So let's go to the next one. I have 2 more that's making reference to Sentebale. Okay. Shame on at Telegraph, Fiona Park 14, and every other news outlet that subsequently published articles saying that Chief Kobane Teko is Prince Seiso's brother. It just proves that journalistic integrity is a thing of the past. We shouldn't have to fact check your work. Okay, I do not trust the Telegraph to report accurately. They are no better than the Daily Fail these days. Okay, I don't think Seiso has another brother apart from King Letsi the third. That's what I thought. Okay, people knows. So there's more of this. You could pause and read. These are the headlines. This is why they capture every form of medias. Go back to some of my videos. I've been telling, this is the fundamental of the things that's going on worldwide. They want to capture every mainstream media so they could control everything that they put out there. Whether it's true or not, they just want to create a fantasy for the public and for you to take it as face value. Meanwhile, they're doing their nonsense in the back. Okay, whether it's true or not, they don't care. They just want to put it's almost like a movie they're creating. But the movie that these people are creating is affecting real life. Okay, it's not like you say something, everything, you go back to your regular life, but it interferes with your real life. All right, this is the thing that's going on. Until people get it and target this nonsense, okay, put a stop to it, and people with credibility, with core values, target the media for their BS. Okay, this will never stop. And then with what we have now in the US as president, forget it. All right, so there's more of this. You could pause and read. All right, they capture every form of outlet to write their BS. All right, let's see. Fiona and her colleagues at Telegraph she'll know that the term brother, sister, in the context of Lesotho cultures does not bear the same equivalence as in the European context. They should have been conscious of the confusion that could be created for their EU readers. Okay, at fear. Who's that, by the way? Okay, account suspended. So she they call her out. Who's Fiona Parker? Let's see if there's a face. Fiona Parker. Let's see if there is there a face. What the hell is that? Let's say journalist. Oh, she closed her account. They just write nonsense and then who cares? But this one did not work because people already know the backstories. Probably the squad who called them out. So she closed her account. You mess up, and so did all the other news outlet that went with your BS story. Shameful. US Weekly here. Fiona Parker, the tiger again, see above. Posting clickbait for trolls is bad enough, but it's even worse when you don't bother to check your facts. Alright, so there's all of that. They're calling her out and she closed her account. Let's go to the next one that's making reference to it. And let's keep in mind the way that I have noticed. Okay, I don't know if it's true, but based from since I started following Harry and Meghan to see how the media is operating, this is what I've seen. You have one of those outlets, usually they all connected. They know each other. They just want one of them to start the conversation, whether it's true or not. They just want one of them to start the conversation and then the others pick up on it. Usually if it's something bogus that they just want to start talking about, okay, they pick a low level, not a very well known, okay, to start the conversation. And then so the big well known establishment, let's say for instance People or Town and Country or something like that, then we'll pick up on the low level one and continue the conversation. So that way when it's time, I guess, to sue or legal issues start popping up, they could say they're not the one who started the fire, so to speak. That's what I realized with them. But how these things are done, they all are connected. They all know each other. And sometimes as well, it's one of those royal rats with a bogus account start the stupid conversation. And then when they go to the surface, they pick up on their burner account that threw the nonsense out and then start writing about it. So they're not the one once they start talking about it with their real account, okay, will not be the one to be blamed for it. They will be blamed on the burner account. You understand what I mean? Because a couple of the squad have figured out the Royal Rights burner account. I'm laughing because it's the way the squad find out who's using their burner account. It's kind of funny, like Maureen and some other ones. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Okay, I haven't been on Twitter that much, so when I turned on my computer this morning, that's all I saw. That was the main discussion from the squad. Okay, the UK Telegraph quietly issued a correction after deliberately spreading fake news about Prince Seeiso of Lesotho. So that's the correction again. Let's see some of the comment. Deliberately, right, she correct herself. That's an ad. Correction. Telegraph writer lied when she reported that Chief Kobani Teko is the brother of Prince Seeiso of Lesotho. Chief Teko was a useful pawn who gave us the soundbite we wanted. We hope it had the effect we wanted and that fewer people will see this correction. Okay, basically this. Alright, so pretty much that. They spread the fire and they're done. Telegraph lie again. Pretend to be shocked. Okay, let's go to my last one. And again, it's making reference to that. All mainstream medias, you could forget about it. Like I've said in past videos, if you know a reliable reporter who has and who's still doing its work and have a social media account, it's best to follow them. And if you could support them to do their independent reporting. Okay, I've said it once and I'll say it again. Don't mess with the Sussex Squad, Bureau of Investigation. Alright, so that's the thing here. I'm gonna read what she put here in red. This article previously lied that Chief Kobane Teko is the brother of Prince Seeiso of Lesotho. This was a blatant lie. Chief Teko is the chief whip of Lesotho Senate and a senior and influential member of the College of Chiefs and the royal family were caught but still being sanctimonious record. So there's all of that. They get fact in real time. I love it. No gossip or made up stories, but fact. GB News, okay, Great Britain media didn't see the squad coming. Not this time. Harry and Meghan are and will continue to live PD dream. Go get them, squad. So it probably was the squad who called the Telegraph out. It seems. Okay, I like English and red. The Telegraph lies. Okay, so let's do a prayer. Prayer for what should we say here? Truth. Let's just say that. Truth. Let's look for an image. First one. Oh, that's too long. I want a short one. Let's do this. When the Spirit of truth comes, he will guide you into all the truth, for he will not speak on his own authority, but whatever he hears, he will speak, and he will declare to you the things that are to come. Alright, so let's leave it as that. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Alright, so that is it. This was one of the videos I did yesterday, and I made it public just before I started recording. Okay, like an hour ago. Alright, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
Find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.